Bed and Butter, we're an e-commerce brand. We do everyday essentials, but made extremely comfy, and we play with a lot of colors. So adding that pop of color to an otherwise what can be a dull life, that's us.
Why don't you share the story of what birthed the idea of starting Bed and Butter, and who exactly are your customers that you're catering to?
For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted to get into business. And that's primarily because growing up, everyone around me always had their own businesses. And then I studied business. I came to Australia. I started corporate jobs. And then after 4 or 5 years in corporate jobs, I finally realized, you know what, I think I need to go back to my calling. I also started to think about what I want to do. And e-commerce is, as an industry, always fascinated me a lot. And more research. And that's when the idea or the concept of Bed and Butter came alive. Like my partner and I, we worked on it. We didn't just want to start with any product. Like all the products that we have on our website, you can see, like the fabrics that we use, the way they're made, they're quite unique. And that's something we didn't want to give up just because we were starting out. Also, when we were starting out, we knew that 90% of startups fail. So we were like, it's okay, let's start. If anything, we learn a lot because we had done business. So we were like, I'm sure we can add to it. But as much as that helped, practical knowledge and theoretical knowledge are two very, very different things. So, and in terms of our target audience, currently they're mainly women from 25 to 60 who have disposable income, and they love investing in lifestyle, in a little bit of fashion, and just in themselves really. And quality is quite important for them.
A planet first approach in today's time definitely comes at a calculated cost. So how has Bed and Butter kept up with this trend considering the fast nature of e-commerce?
I'm not going to lie, it's been a little challenging. It's so easy for a brand to just pick the cheapest fabric in the market to make your product. And that's something we're trying really, really hard to not do. The challenge, it gets even more complex for us because one of our ethos is we want to do sustainable, but that doesn't mean we want to price everything extremely high. So we're trying hard to kind of get a balance on that front. Speaking of our first product, which was the eucalyptus bed sheets. So the production process of it is, honestly, it's so good in terms of how little water is used, electricity is used, no toxic chemicals are used, etc. But that also means it's not a mass-produced fabric. So when we deal with something like that, we have to pay that extra premium while also really trying hard to not charge our customers that extra premium, if that makes sense. But that's definitely that's the foundation of Bed and Butter. So we're always going to continue to try hard to be as planet first as we possibly can with our products. We've reached a stage where you cannot have sustainability as a means to market your brand. I feel like it's a necessity for all brands to at least try to be as sustainable as they can with their production processes and what have you.
What were your first few logistical challenges when you started out?
So many. So our first product, the sheets, we didn't have a warehouse. We didn't really have any logistics shipping partners. And we were storing everything at home. So that was the first biggest challenge is not having a space that you can call home. And bed sheets are bulky items, right? So they take up a lot of space. And then when you get orders, you have to make time in the day to then fulfill the orders, which can be a time-consuming process, especially for novices like us, because we've just started out. And it was also very expensive. I mean, the shipping cost was expensive because we were not really getting volume rates. We started to get it towards the end, but it was still more expensive than what we're paying with Locad right now. So that was another one. And also we couldn't go on vacations, for example, because if we were away, who would fulfill and ship our orders, right? And we cannot stop our store. So yeah, we had many shipping and logistical issues at the start before Locad. I cannot imagine storing things at home because especially with the comfiest socks of ours, which are our absolute bestseller, we've had to order a lot of bulk because they're selling so fast. There's no way we could have stored all of this at home. And then fulfilling the orders, oh my God, even thinking about it is making me go crazy.
When you first started to look out for a fulfillment partner, what were your incoming expectations?
So when I first started to look, I didn't really know what I was looking for because like I said, I'd never done it before. So I had my frustrations and my main objective was that all my frustrations will just go away. But yeah, it was mainly around being able to ship orders quickly because that's one of the things our customers from the start have always appreciated is that we do provide really fast shipping. And I needed someone who could continue that even when we were not doing it ourselves. In terms of packaging, our packaging requirements are fairly straightforward. We supply the mailers and we instructed when we were onboarded how we wanted all of our orders to be packaged. And Locad's done a great job in sticking with it.
How did you discover or first hear about Locad?
I think it was just a Google search. Your paid advertising people are doing a good job. You showed up high up, so I reached out, and that's how the conversation with Nish started. One of the things that really attracted us to Locad was the fact that they were willing to work with a very small business like us. We were not doing a lot of order numbers. I think we were doing maybe like 200 when we started with Locad. So that was quite refreshing to be, despite being small, somebody's there to like hold our hands with these logistics issues, because we had so many people just like shoo us because we were very small for them. So that was also very, very nice. But one of the reasons was fast shipping and obviously costing, because if the costing doesn't work, you cannot move forward in any business partnership. And the people were so nice to speak to. So I think that also plays such a massive difference. I'd spoken to Nish like almost a year before we actually moved. We decided to collaborate with Locad. So you can imagine how patient she was, and she was still great.
How has your onboarding experience been with us? Did you have to make any changes to your preset processes of supply chain and fulfillment, or were we able to integrate well into whatever there was?
The onboarding process was quite seamless, obviously because we had not worked with another logistics company before, so it was all quite new for us. But in terms of like the integrations, etc., it went on extremely smoothly. Not much changes were required from our end to make. And the customer support team was also great to work with. Lots of questions asked and all answered very well and very patiently. So thank you for that.
After onboarding Locad as a partner, would you be able to tell us some net business positives that you have noticed?
Time saving. Like the numbers that we're doing right now, if I would be doing that from home, I don't think I'd have time to do anything else. Because when it's your own thing, you're doing your own shipping, you make sure that it happens on time. So it's very refreshing to see that it's continued even after moving all our stock and giving our logistics side into your hands. What Locad has really helped us do is not worry about logistics and warehousing, etc. So we can then focus on growing, which is investing into marketing and doing all the other things that we need to do. And appreciate that as we scale, Locad's scaling with us. So just despite the sudden growth of orders that we're getting, Locad's kept up, which is also very, very good.
How has your experience with regards to being onboarded with our dashboard, and has it been able to serve its purpose of giving you the intelligent insights you want to deliver, an overall view of your inventory, etc.?
User friendly, I definitely say that. Didn't take too long to understand how to operate the platform. So that's always a big plus. And I appreciate the dashboards because it just helps me to quickly have a look every day in the morning before I start. How are we tracking across all the products, and how many orders have been shipped, how many are yet to be shipped, if there's any order that's on hold due to whatever reasons, and then we can investigate why that was. So that's very, very much appreciated.
If you have any parting thoughts about this partnership and just the way forward for the brand, please let us know.
Locad's been such an ideal logistics partner for a business like ours where we didn't really know what to expect. I think it's really great that our first experience has been so positive and so easy. From like the first sales conversation to then onboarding and now customer success or support. Everyone's been so easy to work with, very quick to respond. And any hiccups that do occur, which obviously in any partnership they do, I think it's resolved very efficiently. So both parties are happy. And I hope to continue working with Locad. We've actually started I understand Locad's going to be launching in the US soon. And that's a market we're exploring as well. So, and it's kind of aligning when we want to. So who knows, from Australia to US, we might work with Locad again.